Hello everybody, we are here once again in the Energyear tour this year with one of the most important companies in the renewable energy industry. Of course, I'm talking about Automa, and now we're going to talk about their strategy of expansion here in Europe. For us, we have the pleasure to say hello today to Giorgio Inforzato, Sales Director Europe, and Marcelo Ferreira, founder and CEO of the company. Thank you for being here today,
Thanks for
both.
the invitation.
Thank you so much, Catalina, and we are happy to be here in Madrid.
Marcelo, Giorgio, it is a pleasure to have Automa here once again on the cameras and microphones on Review Energy. We're in Energyear, Spain, so we have to talk about the Spanish market. We have a PNIEC, we have different targets, we have different objectives, but from your perspective, because we know you have a lot of experience in this market, how do you see the analysis of the PNIEC, the target that we have for 2030, and also what are the strategies that you're implementing right now?
Yeah, well, Catalina, thanks so much for this question. Automa is present here in Iberian market from Portugal and Madrid too, with the operational office in Portugal and Madrid. Then for us it's very strategic, the Spanish market, and the target to European level, but to the Spanish market is the second market for renewables in Europe with a lot of capacity, and to reach till 2030 more than 80 gigawatt only in the solar and around 50-60 gigawatt in wind in the Spanish market is very relevant. And then we think, Automa think Spanish is really important for us, strategic for us, for enter then to the rest of the market in Europe. Of course, there is some trends we're looking for, where we saw the problem of the capacity of the grid. Then it's important the capability of the infrastructure of the grid, and then we can help, of course, the company to working with us to implement their project with the solution for BESS. Is a trend today in Spain, but in general in the European market. And of course there is other issues coming in several markets, not only Spain, is related to curtailment of the pricing, the part of the negative pricing, and we saw too the reduction of pricing there is in the electricity market with the highest demand of the electricity consumption. Then for us it's important to propose to the market the solution in the project, to have the possibility to offer not only the solution to hardware parts, but to the software parts, where we can manage and the company can manage their asset with our solution. But of course Marcelo can talk more in the details of the solution of Automa.
Marcelo, actually, we know you have a lot of experience in the market. When we talk Automa, I personally think in Brazil, Latin America, and now it's super interesting your expansion, not only in Spain, not only in the Spanish market, but also in Europe. Let's talk about that strategy and your competitive advantages and how you bring those competitive advantages in this region.
Thanks for the question, Catalina. So even though Automa is new in Europe, we are already a very trusted company for many of the global players.
Yeah.
These are actually European companies that invest in Brazil, and we have a long-term relationship with Automa. So these companies are giving us the opportunity to bring our solutions to Europe. So first point, we really investing in Europe to have our team, an engineering team, local team in Europe. So all of the implementation, deployment of the projects, commissioning are made by people that are located in Europe. And also we have established a partnership with a Spanish company to assemble all the panels and the hardware locally in Europe.
Yeah.
So we are really becoming an European company here to provide the solutions to Europe. And these solutions includes like a very robust data acquisition and SCADA system for photovoltaics that is capable of acquire the data in a distributed manner to support communication failures, and to really give the IPPs companies the ownership of the data in a very quality way, so they don't have gaps of data in the database. And also our solutions is very well known by its flexibility.
Okay.
So we have the capability to really integrate it to every equipment in the market and to give the companies, the IPPs, the full control of the company, of all aspects of the power plants, including inverters, trackers, and also a very good integration with the substations.
Got it.
So that's some of the competitive advantages we want to bring to Europe and really to become an European company very present and established in Europe.
Marcelo, you also mentioned flexibility. You also mentioned SCADA and how you work with the companies, the IPPs, to optimize their projects, to optimize their work. But you also mentioned some kind of troubles in the Spanish and European markets. We face zero prices, for example, and we have a lot of high-level targets, but we're in a quite difficult situation for a lot of let's say frameworks. But how do you work with the European market and the Spanish market to help them growth? What's your strategy?
Good question. Well, as the market, the renewable market grow, the portfolio of these companies will grow, and the quantity, the amount of data will grow. So we hope you can bring this experience for Automa to deal with very large portfolios, a large amount of data. We have been created, Automa was created and grow in the Brazilian market. It's a very challenging scenario. We have power plants like over 1 gigawatt of installed capacity with string inverters. These are plants with like 2 million data points with 7,000 inverters in one plant. So it's a huge amount of data. So we were challenged to develop very robust solutions to deal with a very large amount of data. And also we provide for these companies the remote operation control centers so they can manage all their portfolio and have full control of their portfolio, but in a very intelligent way. Yeah. Because we provide also with this remote operation control center optimizing tools for automatic dispatching of the power plants, for curtailment optimization, so you can prioritize in a cluster what park has a better PPA, and you can prioritize the energy for that park in a curtailment scenario. So we have several advanced tools to help our clients to optimize their generation, especially in a very large scale portfolio and in large power plants as well. So this, we really think we can help European marketing to grow with this kind of technology and help to deal with this kind of challenge that the European is also facing.
Yeah, because actually, I'm sorry, I'm gonna just say one word, because when it's interesting what you say, because when we talk about Brazil, we think it's a huge country with huge demand in a lot of services. And the thing that you said, to bring this experience to Europe, let's say it's a managed continent, it's quite interesting.
And then there is a different countries here with different approach than every country, and our customer have the project in several countries in Europe with the different assets, from wind, from hydro, from BESS, from PV. And today there is this big challenge with a different type of asset management platform, where of course Automa can help, can bring all these assets together for control better their asset, and then like Marcelo mentioned, optimization the portfolio of the customer for the performing of the plants, because in the end for the investor or the IPP is important the optimization of the plants, the returning of the investment, and of course with our product and solution we can help them to do this deal well. And then the experience we have in Brazil with more than 60 gigawatt, it's important we want to transfer here in Europe.
Well, last but not least, because we've been talking about your expansion, your experience in Brazil, your strategy in Europe, but you're sponsoring right now the Energyear Spain event. This is one of the most important events in the Energyear tour. and now we have Automa. What's your opinion about your sponsorship and also the event this year?
From my point of view, and I think Marcelo can confirm, is we are proud to be here because I think we are the first Brazilian company present in the event, and then that means the importance of the capability and the knowledge we have in Brazil to transfer in one event like Energyear Spain, and of course Energyear, you know, Catalina, your media partner, and it's really important for us to be present locally in all the countries where Energyear provide their networking, and of course the presence of Automa in the SCADA solution, it's really had value for Energyear events, and for us Energyear events is very strategic in our plan during the years. Then it's really networking events.
And you, Marcelo, I need your words here.
I just want to compliment Giorgio because in fact it's a great honor for us to be here at the Energyear. And every time we have a chance to join so many experts in the area, we have the opportunity to innovate, to collaborate, to know better about the challenges of the market, and to really bring solutions that will help the market to grow, to be more sustainable. So it's a great honor, and we are knowing a lot of things new here.
Well, thank you so much for being in the cameras of Review Energy. My pleasure.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Gracias.